Yep, yep, you already see the thumbnail. Like half a part, this part is gonna be full of it. So I'm not gonna complete combine each other. So just you guys in case for that. Anyways, hello everyone, Cyril the Sane here, and back for another part 8 of What If Izuku Midoriya Was Trained. Let's get right to it. The recap on last part 7 is Midoriya has a new equipment to overweight of his own body to train his own body to move faster. They have a camp place, same as the usual time until the villain happens. Midoriya had to learn of his new abilities of the quirk that he's been unlocked, and he learned how to use it at will. So just in case, until the fight against Muscular, until one final strike a huge blast on him, knocking him out cold. Midoriya was so limited, half exhausted, so he saved Tokayami, Sojiro, Bakugo, and Todoroki by Moonfish. Then we got made up with Araka Su, Mr. Compressor's God, Bakugo, and this time they got Ragdoll, just in case if you guys curious about that. Anyways, Midoriya has no time to race. He felt enraged. He was trying to quickly get. He got Mr. Krabs' orb that he thought it was Bakugo's, but later it did not. Midoriya saw Bakugo being captured hold by Dabi himself and got teleported away in front of his eyes. He was last instinct to catch it, but was already too late. He felt enraged. A huge green aurora all around him. The rest of his class saw it. Some of his class saw it, which means that Todoroki, Soji, Tokayame, Araka, and Su saw it. Until we happened in the aftermath. So let's get to it. The aftermath happened that some of the rest of the class 1A and B were heavily injured. So some of the pro heroes. Asawa and the rest of the class felt a huge giant pressure that they have never felt it. They thought that a villain that come back again, try to take us where we started. They would go to the location until they always see that the remain of the class 1 that was followed by Midoriya, and they see Midoriya, huge crater on the middle of him, around him, passed out. I saw on another wants to know what exactly happened. Todoroki knew he was there at first, so he explained that the villains stole or kidnapped Bakugo, and Midoriya has a mental breakdown, and he immediately got passed out. So the fast forward that the remains of the police and the pro heroes came to check in case if something, and they even got captured the gas. Forgot the villain's name. The gas guy with his core with a toxin on the gas, and then we have Moonfish, and then after they went to the where Muscular fought Midoriya, they were surprised to see that all of his bodies were completely burnt. Like not just fully burned, like his skin was very like scale. You can see his little skin tore open. The huge blast. They try to make him out cold, but they know how durable or strong Muscular was. He was merely passed out over the time. So, and soon in the hospital as how they happen. But we need to go to the mind of Midoriya. When he was in the mindscape of his own realm, or the one for all realm, he was surprised that he's back here again. Like, what? I'm back here already? He was confused. Until he looks and see all the remains of the one for all users, the first to the 8th one, and the ghost of the, or a ghost of All Might. Is this about the hidden power of mine? They all nod. The first user, Yuji, Shigaraki or Yujiya, I wants to know, on that quirk, we never expected to see that amazing power that you have did while you were in training. it could have been something. We never see any types of quirk like that. Not approach. Maybe it could be the energy mobilizer or light energy. No, I guess not. Midoriya stopped for a moment. What do you mean? All of them were confused. When I felt it since the island attack, I felt emotion about it, like something. And until after I was trying to focus, what was it? I remember all the past thing that I have did was good. And and that's how it came up. A huge green energy ball on my hand, between my hand. I felt it, all the energy. When I first using it, I feel like more powerful than I even expected. I guess that was explain why I went to 50% of my one for all to 60 when after I got out to Island. I think it's not just energy mobilization or light energy. It's something different. With that two combined, if I felt more powerful than I even expected. But I but when after I witnessed Bakugo in front of me, I felt enraged. Like my rage just boosted up my strength. But I merely got passed out. But for my concern of myself, what was All For One was planning to use him? Of all the people, why him? That all of them were silent. Probably his quirk explosions. Banjo curious about. True. Imagine he could do that with that damage on the city. No. Or it could be join them. I mean, yes, his personality is just like a jerk, but himself wanted to be a hero, and that attitude of his, I think, until Midoriya snapped and realized it, he watched us. They were confused. What do you mean? But Nana see his reaction. Wait, you wouldn't. He wouldn't. I guess it's right. Because what if he watched us on sports festival? All the sports festival on the news was like on the video was all around the world. Could it mean that the Legion of Villains and All For One saw our own antagonist and went after Bakugo show up? It was the moment of silence of awake. I think he went. I think he saw your friend about his own power. They all moment silent until not even. So let me go back to the other world. Let's just say some of the class 1A were mostly got injured, but not just like a little bit scratch. But Midoriya, he's not fully injured, but he was kind of fully, like, not a little bit injured while fighting Muscular. And he was like exhausted or passed out after Bakugo and Ragdoll was kidnapped. So the same happened of how the people were curious about the security of the class 1A and got the class and about like their injuries and all sort of things. And then the more attention is they need to get Ragdoll and Bakugo and that so in the hospital Midoriya has finally wake up and also in the class 1 appeared. The doctor was carried and surprised that his body was like fully, kind of slightly recovered with that huge dents, or very exhausted for like every that of quirk that you have did. So back to the detective came by to check all the class 1A and B were heavily injured. Momo approached about the tracker that she planted on the Nomu after the Nomu like a retreat. Find the tracker where the location of the Nomu's hatching or factory and the location of the Legion of Villains place. So they all perfectly knew that they will have a one-time strike, or even he show up. So after Midoriya is kind of completely full of heal, Kirishima approached him. Kirishima, is something that you need? Kirishima explained that we need to go to save Bakugo, his own bro, to save him while they were have approach. Midoriya on the other hand thinks about it. I know this is gonna be very dumb idea, but you cannot just go like that. And believe me, you don't want to get very huge trouble of the chief. Until Toroki approached, and Midoriya's right. And not just that, we kind of broke a laws before. Kirishima's taken aback. What? What do you mean? There's no way to hide time to hide it, but I guess we will have to tell you. So Midoriya explained of how him, Shoto, and Ida got a little bit trouble. Well, mostly of Ida were attacked by Stain, but Midoriya hasn't officially defeated him. Kirishima was so you guys broke the laws? Well, technically, me and Toroki got permission of the number 2 hero Endeavor, or his father, presume, but Ida took a strike, tried to attack Stain, without even giving a permission of the pro heroes. In the back in the day, he once wanted revenge for his brother. But if this is going to be take a huge details, but I guess that Momo has the tracker. So it's same as canon, but like Midori has grew stronger of the Prime. So it's the same of how they did on canon. I'm really not getting too much for it. And Midori was slightly kinda able to use like fully huge blast of what he did against Muscular, but that would took a tone of him. So yeah, so the same thing as happened in the breakout of All Might and the rest of the heroes save Bakugo and find the location of the villains, League of Villains. Midoriya's little team find the location of the hybrid, like a high-end Nomu or something. They save Ragdoll until All For One approach it, or first appearance of the field. While Bakugo was right in front of him, and his eyes were shot, because the moment he saw his All For One, he felt he's gonna die here. All For One looks at Bakugo. Huh. So what is it a Bakugo? Casti Bakugo, if I perceive rightly. I gotta say, with your aggression that you did to the sports festival, that some villains watch it. And it really sucked to say that they should have kept hidden, or for some villain people already know about some of your so-called heroes' weakness. Bakugo was taken aback. You watch us? Why precisely? Because with your same attitude from the sports festival, I might say, are you really a hero with that personality? You remind me of some guy who has the same personality that he always wants to go to the top. Did I heard his name? Oh, right. Endeavor himself. Would you really want to be like him? So integrated that you want to be a very, very top hero? Am I perceiving rightly? Awful and manipulate him, or very make Bakugo annoying. Bakugo, on the other hand, without no anger, he knows what he's gonna he's gonna do, or was he want to anger with that huge person. He did have huge ego on him. But the moment when Midoriya told him that everything that he has done, he felt even more guilty. Now tell me. No, there's no time to talk. Because with that quirk, your quirk will be mine. He was reaching to his hand, trying to steal his quirk, but All Might approached him and would not let him stole his quirk. So they have a huge draw, Bago against some of the Legion villains. Midoriya has to call about the plan. And when Midoriya with his float capability and the black whip, he was successfully got Bakugo and not get a hit by Mount Lady. So yeah. So they were so close. So they made to the civilians people that watched and soon when after they got fully some Kirishima, Momo, Toroki, and Ida and Midoriya saved Bakugo, and they were in the public watching the live on All Might versus All For One. Midoriya stood and completely, what is he doing? What? My body. I cannot move. Midoriya thinks of what? He'll look until he sees his true form has a skinny. Midoriya was shocked. No. Oh no. Until the voice of the One for All users. It seems that it's the end of him. It would be best if you... But Midoriya doesn't even time to think. Are you just gonna let him die? All of them were silent, but Nana, with her trying to speak, I get it how All For One was trying to kill all the people, like all of you guys, because he knew about you. Some of you guys have One For All, but trust me, he's talking his mind, not in the public. All Might give it me, Korg, give One For All for me, because how I never give up. I train a lot. I trained since I was 4. Since I was quirkless. I've been training non-stop for over 10 years until I met him. I don't get he'd be a hero. After he was surprised to see me, I nearly dodged every single attack of the sludge villain. I felt in the time I saved Bakugo in the sludge villain attack. The USJ, I felt the USJ stain attack, the island, and even the camp. I did save all the people. But now, after I see him about to die, but the one man who lives more than even a year, I cannot let this happen. Midoriya run, try to avoid, and not even his friends didn't see it. Kid, what are you doing? It's too dangerous, go back there. I cannot. I know you guys died for some reason. You died for survive, not getting hunted by him. But this time, I will not see my idol, my biggest #1 hero fan die in front of me. I cannot let that happen. Because that's what I was trained for. That's why he told me that if I keep going 100% of my One For All, I will defeat him. I have all of you guys' quirk, most of them. And the hidden quirk I have, I felt this quirk I have in me, it felt stronger. And I cannot let this happen. He charged in, and soon the same thing has happened. All For One explained that Shigaraki was actually Nana's grandson, Tenko Shimura, that All Might felt guilt until he remembered what he told Midoriya about him being the 9th user of One For All. I guess this is the end. I'm sorry, Midoriya. I'm sorry I will not see how full of you're in. And soon Grand Trio was back, tried to stop All-For-One for a final attack. And soon, a huge ball of blast, knocking him into thin air. He fell flying. Everyone, including the public, saw this was shocked. Who was that? All Might was confused until someone approached it in front of him or behind. I don't know. It was no other a green messed up hair with a long green with a long black spandex. I guess I'll say spandex. Not just spandex. It was something else. Second, let's screw it. Midoriya approached right behind All Might. All Might and the rest of the people saw, shocked, including the class, including Midoriya's friend to see. When they turned around to where Midoriya was, he was gone. What was Midoriya doing? Did he have a death wish? Some of his class were confused, but Bakugo knew what is this. Midoriya, what are you doing? It's dangerous here. I cannot let you die. Because like what he did to your master. You're just like you. And you right here and now, you're just like your master wanted to save me until All Might realized what in this position it is now. He remembered the past, and last time he sees his master, Nana Shimura, saved him alongside with Gran Torino, pulling him up, try to escape. Her last words was, "Oh," until she was faced against All-For-One himself. Until over years, he finally took a blow of All-For-One, and now he has returned again. Until he sees Midoriya as some warrior that tried to save his mentor, his master, and even him, a fan of him. Midoriya, I know that I'm due the same what my master did, but you're too young. You're gonna die, and you're the last user of one. You're the 9th user of One for All. I'm sorry, All Might, but I cannot let you or watch you die. This time. This is why I keep train. I keep work hard. Try to surpass my limit, and I'm gonna break it. I go past through what limits that I have. Until All-For-One approach, slowly clap. I must say, I've even surpassed you that you took that huge attack that hits me. Am I right, Izuku Midoriya? Midoriya didn't speak. And with that speak, if it was young All Might himself approached her, I would have killed them in that same spot. But I was not that strong. Yeah, because last time I checked, he took a beating on you. And I'm gonna do the same thing. All the red friends all approach him, activate his full talent through his 60%. And I will not let you do this time. This time, you will be defeated. All-For-One laugh. You're really funny. But you do realize I am far beyond. You're not even strong. You're right. But let's just say this time it will not. They both charge while All-For-One uses huge black tendrils all around, spread it all around. Midoriya with his danger sense dodge every single one of them, like how. And soon Midoriya tried his best to punch, kicks, and all of this, but Every time he keeps getting the... He even tried to use that hidden form, all the Keyblade, shoot him dozens of times. But it... All my Grand Torino come like near each other. What do we do? He's too young. He's gonna get himself killed. Grand Torino will confuse and try to do something, but Midoriya is right. We ever since my master died, she want us no, she was trying to save me because I was a users that I will destroy him, but I don't know how. When I see Midoriya, it reminds me of myself, my past self, me trying to save people. Grand Torino thinks and remembers all the past memories that him, Nane Shimura, and All Might himself have a huge time together until the incident happened. The huge attack of All For One managed to kill his master, including Grand Torino himself, a friend. And soon over the years passed, All Might had grown strong over the past year, tried to surpass his own limit. And soon after the huge battle has happened, he was fully injured himself, but he took a blow on All For One's head. And they thought it was over, but no. But the body has nowhere to be found. All the pro heroes tried to know where's the body, but they thought that he was gone. And soon, Grand Torino remembers his sidekick, Sir Night-Eye. That Night-Eye told him that he's seen the future of him going to die. But could this happen right here and now? But if it weren't that Midoriya seeming that was there, he would have died. Until he meets Midoriya. The first time on the agencies of him trying to desperately be hero and control him of his power. And then All Might remembers the huge battle against the island with Wolfray with his quirk booster, make his core very, very strong. And it all happens so fast. Meanwhile, in the battle, Midoriya and All For One huge collide. One for All and All For One battle of each other every single time. You can see huge smoke, a huge blast, a huge range attack, close attack, and even huge fight. All For One was grim. I'm surprised that even a young like you, almost stronger as All Might. You see, he's way stronger when he was a student. And soon I'm done, I'm gonna take him out like I did to his master. Don't you dare say that to her. Shoot another blast at him, but till All For One uses air cannon at him, and Midoriya has to jump away, barely almost dodging him, until he was floating in mid-air, until All For One I see now. I get it. You have some of their own quirks, because just how pathetic powers that you have. You really think this quirk that you all have could stop me? And soon, All For One used send tendrils at him. Midoriya with his dangerous hand tried to dodge every single round. And soon, he accidentally get himself off guard. Midoriya was But until when All For One got his All For One used strength enhancement and he threw a punch. Midoriya tried to desperately block it, but he went through flying in the air, crashing down in the buildings. He lip spit out blood. Strength enhancement? Look at you, boy. You know, you remind me of some. But, you know, I just realized it. You're the kid from the hospital, right? Hospital? Remember? He explained about the hospital that he went. Midoriya was shocked. What? How did you know? You see, I'm not the only one. I have something back of my doctor. You see, a doctor who creates a strong Nomu that can surpass All Might and some quirks. Tell me, what was your doctor look like when you tried to find what your quirk is? Midoriya thinks, and he was bald. He was wearing green goggles, a huge bushy beard, and he's smaller. That's all I just remember. All For One grin in the mask. Looks like he finally got your quirk, right? What? What do you mean? You see, ever since almost fight against Nat, I want some quirks to be stronger, that I could be more stronger than All Might himself. But until I thought, if I cannot get quirks from random people, why not children? They said that they will have quirk at the age of 5 or 4 perhaps, or a little bit early than I even expected. So I have a doctor with me, and that doctor that you were was my doctor. Midoriya and the rest of the heroes shocked, including All Might and Grantine, heard it. What? What? How? You see, that hospital is the only place that nearby of the where the kids goes. And so when he has a patient of them, I will give him his quirk to steal every single one of them, and I told them that they are quirkless. So because you see, some children in this different generation will get stronger and stronger powers, and then I will like it just took them away. And I have a doctor to use the fake X-ray vision that he always use most of the time. And then so I can feel their own pain emotion of how they feels of being quirkless than ever. And then you were there. And you want to know what your quirk is? It has it has a strong, almost amazed telepathically, but not a little bit strong like your mother. Midoriya stopped. If he lays ahead of my mother, I swear. You feel shaken. But I was lucky I got your quirk, but I may lost it with that blonde buff pastor that took it. And now, just look at you, even though you have his quirk. But imagine with you have a quirk that I most precisely took it away. And how does it feel that you were a rotten stepping stone? Midoriya, a moment silent, and I don't know all the cameras, but they didn't hear about All For One talk about Midoriya has one for all of All Might. Everyone was shocked to see, but the most shocked it was Bakugo himself. Bakugo realized that he was supposed to have a quirk, and then the doctor, he took it just because All For One wanted to get stronger than All Might. Bakugo remembers all the past that he did. He was want to know what would happen if he actually have a quirk, or not met that doctor all this time. Midoriya was shaken. All this time, I was supposed to have a quirk? Yes. Because your quirk was strong as always. I like how I took it, just like how I took a candy for a baby. You were not. I want people to become more villains, more criminal than I've been expected. In the moment, Midoriya felt snapped. He never felt something like this before. He felt devastated, sad, anger, even all that. All of he was been through. If he has a quirk, how will his life will be? Will he even met All Might after the incident of the celebration? All this time, I've been a rotten stepping stone just because you want to get more powerful? Is that a threat or something? Awful and grin. Been manipulated. Yes, Midoriya. And you just took it away? All like that? Midoriya faces all on his eye or his mask. His eyes fill with anger. His pupils of his eye become shrink. He never felt this before. Not even since he was that Bakugan was captured. All Might and Grand Tyrann was shocked. You know, how would this be? Not even 7 seconds later, All for One used an air cannon launched towards All Might Gran Torino. Midoriya sees it. No! Until a huge giant explosion appearing. A huge fire and dust in the air. Midoriya was completely silent. Awful laughed. Look like your masters is gone for good. At that moment, Midoriya has officially snapped. In that moment, Midoriya, all the black around him, a huge giant red line approaching until snapped. He witnessed that then his idol, the master, the teacher, the one who taught, is gone. Midoriya felt anger in him. How dare you? I will make you suffer. At that moment, his pupils is gone, with a huge yell roar all around it. With a huge, loud, and his hair went to like bright bluish or greenish. All for One, and the rest of the Bro Heroes, and all the people that see this, including his friends around the world, see this monstrously huge transformation that they have never seen before. Midoriya's eyes closed. All huge, bright green lightning all around him. All the red electricity veins all around his body. His hair, it's straight up. Like, not even using 100%. His hair starts stick up. And his hair is like bluish or greenish, bright. Until Midoriya opened his eyes, which All for One felt afraid. Of what? Afraid. All for One. This time, here and now, you will never live again. I'll stop right here. This is another part video that I will post in some maybe a long time, or I don't know. So part half the final part on my part 8. So how would this battle will go? What was Midoriya's new form was? Like and subscribe, and peace.
You have several, I gotta be honest, you have several diseases. But